Hello and welcome to this tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to study about the if conditional statement. Now let's say if your JavaScript program at any moment wants to make a decision. So it could make decision by using the conditional statements. So the if is nothing but a JavaScript statement which allows your program to, let's say, take a decision based upon some condition. So let's say you want to create a JavaScript program which analyzes a particular condition, and depending upon that condition it is going to decide whether to execute some code or not. So if you're finding this a bit confusing, then follow along, you'll get it later on. So let's initially start by creating the if statement or the if condition. So let's say if we want to check if a person is adult or not. So basically what we are trying to do is that we are going to check the person's age, and if we find that age to be greater than 18, then we are going to conclude that the person is adult. So let's go ahead and create a variable called age. So let's say var age, and let's assign this a value, let's say 25. Now as in this case we want to check the age of a person, we are going to do that by using the if conditional statement. Now before jumping right into the if conditional statement, we are going to study what is the basic syntax to create the if statement. So in order to create an if statement, we type if, then we have parentheses, and within this parentheses we'll have the condition, and then we are going to have an opening bracket and closing bracket, and within these two brackets there will be a code which is only going to get executed if this condition becomes true or if the condition is satisfied. So in this case, as we want to create a program which would determine if the person is an adult or he's not, so in order to do that we are going to check the age of the person. So in this case the condition is going to be checking the age if the age is greater than 18. So in the condition right here we are going to type if age is greater than or equal to 18, that means if a person is 18 years of age or more, then it is going to execute this line of code which we are going to write here. And so let's say if this condition becomes true, then we want to display that the person is an adult. So we use document.write to display it. So we are going to type the person is an adult. So if we save the code now and if we execute it, it is going to show us that the person is an adult, and that is because this condition right here gets satisfied. Now what if we change the age to, let's say, 15? So any person below the age 18 is not an adult. So this code, so whenever the program executes, this condition right here is going to get false and it will not execute the code which is written inside this function. So now if we save the code and execute it, we are going to get a blank screen, and that is because our condition right over here, that is this condition that age is greater than or equal to 18, becomes false. Now again if we change this to, let's say, 85, and if we save it and execute it, it is going to display us that the person is an adult. So basically in this tutorial what we have learned is that how you could use the if statement in order to take some decision. So in this tutorial we have created a variable called age, and basically we are trying to check if a person is an adult, and the condition which we are checking is that the age should be greater than 18. Now we could change this condition according to us. Now let's say if we want to modify this, like, so if the age is greater than 60, then let's say we want to print that the person is let's say old. So we replace this by old, and if we save the code and execute it, we get the value as the person is old, and that is because we have given the value of 85 to age. So as 85 is greater than 60, this whole thing becomes true. So as this becomes true, this code right here is going to get executed. Now let's say if this is 45, so what happens is that our program goes here and it is going to find that 45 is not greater than 60 nor it is equal to 60. So it is not going to execute the code right over here. So in order to check it, we execute it on the browser and you'll find that nothing gets returned, and that is because our function does not this code right here does not get executed due to the condition being false. So that's how a if statement or a if conditional statement is used in order to check some condition or to check some criteria. And the if statement is widely used while creating websites where you are going to need to check some criteria like let's say the age of the person, or you could also check the anything about the person, or if you want to check any condition which we want to satisfy, and if this condition is not satisfied then we take some other decision. So that's it for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial we are going to learn about if else statement. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.